All right, so now we got night two of WrestleMania. So my predictions. So for they got a fatal four way for the women's tag team championship. Zelina and Carmella defending against Sasha Banks and Naomi, against Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, and Natalia and Shayna Baszler. Uh, you know, it's a shame for Sasha Banks because I really feel if Ronda didn't come back, she was positioned to have that match with Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So she's kind of like pushed down, and that's really a shame. I like Sasha more as a heel though, so um, I think I would give it to. I mean, WWE just the problem with WWE, they don't really pay too much with they don't put enough emphasis on the women's championship, the women's tag team championship. Uh, but if it's WrestleMania, you're gonna want to give it to maybe perhaps a babyface, get the crowd happy. I'm gonna say Sasha Banks and Naomi are gonna win that. We got Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. A lot of people complain that WWE, they always go with celebrities, and WWE always does that when it comes to WrestleMania. Just look back, remember the days, when they had LT against Bam Bam Bigelow at WrestleMania 11. They do that in order to draw fans in. They already got the wrestling fans. They're looking to go outside the wrestling bubble. They want to get other people, interested in their company. So, if you're a fan of Johnny Knoxville, perhaps you might watch WrestleMania to see him, and then maybe get hooked. So, I mean, Sami Zayn's been amazing the last couple of months. You're gonna have to definitely have Sami Zayn win, but there has to be a way at the end that Johnny Knoxville does something, or they do something to Sami Zayn. I don't know what they would do, but something where Johnny Knoxville gets the last laugh at the end. We got Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. For so many months, it was going to be for so many weeks, we thought it was going to be Pat McAfee versus Vince McMahon, and I didn't know how they would get there with Vince McMahon. It doesn't really make any sense to me. I don't know why Austin Theory would be why they have this beef against each other and stuff. But I think they just wanted Pat McAfee in WrestleMania in some kind of match. Austin Theory, I mean, WWE is really see something in this guy, and I'm not going to compare him to John Cena at all, but I mean, maybe in a couple of years, this guy will be main eventing WrestleMania. I think that's going to be tough. I think you have to do it with Austin Theory because he's the future of your company, and I think you don't really Pat McAfee doesn't lose much as if he loses, he's just gonna go back as an announcer. So I think you have Austin Theory win this one. Then we had the triple threat tag team match for the Raw Championship. We got RK Bro defending against Street Profits and Alpha Academy. I was just saying a couple weeks ago when they had that triple threat match on Raw, it was RK Bro against Alpha Academy and Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. I thought to myself, man, that should have been on WrestleMania. It was such a great match. And I would have had that. I would have, except you wouldn't want Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. You have other things going on. But I think I would have preferred to see RK Bro win the tag titles at WrestleMania. And I would have loved to see Alpha Academy walking in WrestleMania as the tag team champions. I just liked how they were the last couple of weeks. I thought they were really great. And Chad Gable's been really good on the mic, and I would have liked to have them, walk into WrestleMania as the tag team champions. I think for this one, I guess Arcade Bro are going to probably win that match. I don't know. I mean, because there's so many rumors that they're going to break up and have a feud. I would give them maybe a couple more months with the tag titles, and then decide, maybe around SummerSlam if you want to have them feud. We have Edge versus AJ Styles. This is going to probably be a really good match, but the build to it's been really bad, in my opinion. First off, the Edge heel turn, I just don't understand why all of a sudden he turned heel. Just a couple weeks ago, he was a babyface teaming with his wife, Beth Phoenix, against The Miz and Maurice. And all of a sudden, just like that, he turns heel. I would have preferred, AJ Styles being the heel in this program and Edge being the babyface. I mean, that's my opinion. I always liked AJ Styles as a heel. I don't understand, why Edge attacked AJ. I wish there was more to it. I wish they had more planning in this feud. Perhaps, if they built it up for weeks, maybe them being a tag team or something. Edge turning on AJ during a match or something. But I know it's going to be a really good match, and I feel that this is going to not going to be a one-off. I feel like this feud's going to extend, and I think you would give it to Edge as the win because if you want to build him as a heel, you give that to Edge. We have Bobby Lashley versus Omos. Again, they booked this match last Monday. Again, Bobby Lashley had that shoulder injury, so we weren't too sure if he was going to be available for WrestleMania. So I think again you're building Omos as this like unstoppable force here. You're going to have to give the win to him. I think if Bobby Lashley wins, and that's the end of the build up, the push for Omos. So I think you give it to Omos, and then again down the road you might have a rematch or something, and Bobby Lashley can get his win back. And then you got the big one: Brock Lesnar against Roman Reigns in a winner-take-all match to unify the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship. Again, they've been building this up since SummerSlam. We've seen this match before at This is the third time that they're going to be wrestling at WrestleMania or main eventing WrestleMania. This time the roles are reversed. We have Brock Lesnar as the babyface and Roman Reigns as the heel. You also put the dynamic of Paul Heyman in there in the middle. This is going to be a really exciting match. I don't know. It's going to be it's hard to predict which direction they're going to really go in. Again, if I'm going to a traditional WWE WrestleMania route, you want the babyface to win at the end. So, again, fireworks, everybody celebrating. But, if they're going to get Roman Reigns ready for... the rumor next year is going to be The Rock. I know it's going to be impossible. I know The Rock's not going to be there, but it would be interesting to have The Rock there somehow play a role in this match. And, I don't know, cost Roman Reigns the match to set up their match next year at WrestleMania. Something, and then you could go on with Roman cutting his promos on The Rock throughout the year. And then, I think, Roman's been unstoppable, but if Brock beats Roman, Roman's already been beat, so, like, what are we bringing The Rock in? Is that going to lessen that match if Roman has already been beaten by Brock? But do you want to really extend, is Roman going to, continue being champion for, how long, That's going to be really interesting. I think I have to go with Brock Lesnar at the end just because, I'm going to go with the babyface to win, and I'll have Brock Lesnar win at the end. And we'll see what happens. I read that Brock Lesnar is going to be involved in more pay-per-views coming up, so I think that's the way you should go with Brock Lesnar winning at the end. But we'll see. It's going to be an exciting WrestleMania.